Hello there. This is video number 3 in our series designed for newcomers exploring Buddhism. Just as a reminder, Buddhist teachings can be neatly summarized into 3 main themes. First, the 4 Noble Truths. Second, the Eightfold Path. And third, the 12 Links of Dependent Origination. After thoroughly studying and contemplating these 3 themes, you'll essentially grasp about 90% of Buddhism. Even after understanding these 3 core concepts, it might still take you a lifetime to fully realize them and liberate yourself from all the suffering in this life. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, spent 6 years achieving enlightenment and then shared these teachings with us starting some 2,600 years ago. The Buddha's words aren't flowery or elaborate. They're very straightforward to learn, yet they offer the most perfect and complete effectiveness in freeing yourself from any kind of suffering, no matter what it might be. But there's one crucial thing to keep in mind. These are truths meant to be practiced, not truths meant to be simply worshipped or ritualized. These teachings are a practical guide to liberation, not just something to revere from afar. It's about embodying the wisdom, not just paying lip service to it. Okay, so now we're going to jump right into the main topic of this video, which is the 12 links of dependent origination. The 12 links of dependent origination are like 12 links in a chain, each one leading to the next according to the law of dependent arising. If this exists, then that exists. If this arises, then that arises. If this doesn't exist, then that doesn't exist. If this ceases, then that ceases. I'll explain clearly why we're trapped in this cycle of rebirth and how to break free from it. And here are the 12 links that make up the 12 links of dependent origination. The first link in the chain is ignorance, a lack of clarity. This means not understanding the truth, not recognizing the 4 noble truths, impermanence, and non-self. Because of ignorance, people live in delusion and create karma. Imagine someone trying to navigate a pitch-black room. They can't see where they're going, so they're bound to bump into things and lose their way. That's what life is like when veiled by ignorance. The second link is action deeds. Driven by ignorance, people create good and bad karma through body, speech, and mind. This is the cause of the stream of karmic force that leads to rebirth. Think of it this way. Every incorrect thought we entertain, every harmful word we utter, every wrong action we commit, all contribute to the creation of negative karma. The third link is consciousness. Once karma is created, it leads to a new stream of consciousness, rebirth consciousness, in the next life. This is the beginning of new life. Think of it like this. It's akin to taking the flame from one candle, still burning bright, and using that flame to light an entirely new, unlit candle. It's the continuation of the fire, but now residing in a fresh vessel, ready to burn anew. The fourth link is name and form, mind and body. This refers to the psychological aspect, name, and the physical body form of the embryo. Consciousness, cognizance, combines with the father's sperm and the mother's egg to create new life. Essentially, consciousness or awareness merges with the essence of the father and mother, their sperm and egg, to spark a new life. A good illustration of this is how an embryo begins to form once consciousness has entered the picture and taken hold. The fifth link is the 6 sense organs, the 6 roots. As the physical form develops, the 6 senses gradually emerge. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. You could think of these as the doorways, the very portals through which we come to experience and understand everything around us in the world. They're how we connect and interact with reality. The 6th link is contact, the act of touching. When a sense comes into contact with an external object, sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, thought, then contact occurs. This is the necessary condition for feeling to arise. A clear example: your eyes taking in a vivid image, your ears registering a captivating melody. That's contact in action, and it's the catalyst for experience. The seventh link is feeling or sensation. After contact, we experience a feeling: pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. This is our initial psychological response to the world around us. A perfect example: you hear someone singing your praises, and bam, you're on cloud 9. But then you hear someone tearing you down, and just like that, you're down in the dumps. The eighth link is craving. When sensations arise, people develop craving, passionate desire. They like what's pleasant, dislike what's unpleasant, and want to hold on. It's like when you come across something that truly delights you, and you're consumed by the need to have it, to hold on to it indefinitely, as if you can somehow freeze that moment of joy and make it last forever. The ninth link is grasping, Upadana. When craving intensifies, it transforms into grasping, a clinging to the notions of I and mine. This is the root that causes us to continue creating karma. Think about it. How often do we refuse to let go? A person we love, an object we cherish, even just an opinion we hold tight to, that's grasping in action. And it's what keeps the whole cycle going. The 10th link is BHAVA, being, existence. Due to clinging, karma is reinforced, leading to the existence of a new life. This is the karmic energy ready to lead to rebirth. Think of it as karmic potential all coiled up and ready to trigger rebirth. The 11th link is birth, the act of being born. Due to the force of karma, individuals are reborn into a realm that corresponds to the karma they have accumulated. This marks the beginning of a new existence. They're thrust into a new realm of existence that's perfectly suited to the karma they've built up over their previous lives. So, this isn't just about being born. It's the kickoff, the grand opening of an entirely fresh chapter of life. The 12th link is aging and death, embodied by Lao Tzu. Once born, one is inevitably destined to age, fall ill, and die, experiencing suffering. From this point, the chain of dependent origination begins a new cycle of rebirth. Think of it like this: you're born, you grow old, you get sick, you die, and then bam! You're reborn, only to go through it all over again. And this whole shebang just keeps repeating itself, seemingly without end. In summation, grasping the mechanics of the 12 nidanas, or links of dependent origination, is absolutely critical if you want to figure out why suffering just keeps recycling itself in your life. Each one of these links represents a deep-seated layer of human psychology, and they all work together to drag us from a state of fundamental ignorance all the way through the process of birth, life, death, and rebirth. At the very root of this endless cycle we call samsara is ignorance, this basic lack of understanding. And it's out of this ignorance that actions arise, karmic actions we perform with our body, our speech, and our mind. These actions, in turn, give rise to consciousness, that stream of mental activity that carries us from one life to the next. This consciousness is what then sets the stage for name and form to arise, the very beginnings of mind and body. After that, we see the formation of the 6 sense bases, those 6 sensory doorways through which we experience the world. And from there, it's just one thing leading to another. Contact, feeling, craving, clinging, becoming, birth, and finally old age and death, all linking together to form an inescapable circle of suffering. Each of these links is both a consequence of what came before and a cause of what comes after, and together they paint a picture of just how human psychology plays out in our lives. If we can find a way to break just one of these links, and especially if we can break the links of ignorance or craving and clinging, we can actually shatter the entire chain of dependent origination, freeing ourselves from the whole cycle of samsara. A more down-to-earth approach is to really concentrate on putting a stop to craving, that selfish desire that drives so much of our behavior, and clinging, that stubborn attachment that keeps us from letting go. The key is to live mindfully, paying attention to the emotions and thoughts that arise within us, but without getting swept away by them. For example, when you feel that familiar tug of happiness or sadness, instead of chasing after that feeling, try simply observing it, watching it as it rises and then letting it pass. Actively cultivating loving kindness and the ability to let go can also do wonders for weakening these links, gradually drawing you closer and closer to a place of profound peace. This, in essence, is the very foundation on which the Buddha was able to achieve enlightenment. In the words of the Buddha himself, "Whoever sees dependent origination sees the Dharma. Whoever sees the Dharma sees me." I sincerely hope that you are able to uncover profound truths and ultimately free yourself from the various forms of pain and hardship that life can bring. Please feel free to share any reflections or insights you may have in the comments section provided below. Additionally, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel so that you can continue to receive valuable teachings and wisdom inspired by the teachings of the Buddha.